Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back. Today we are going to cover our 4th Pokemon Go Fest Day 2 Legendary Raid Boss Palooza Raid Counter Guide. Okay, so here we are. Are you sick of raid counter guides yet? Probably not, because the legendary raids coming to Pokemon Go Fest Day 2 are bonkers. In case you don't know, they're all coming. Every single legendary that has been released into Pokemon Go will be available even to non-ticket holders on Sunday, July 18th throughout the Pokemon Go Fest event. Now, one thing to note here is that if you are a ticket holder, you will be getting access to up to 21 included raid passes. Some of those are going to be regular, some will be remote, but $5 for 21 raid passes, you're already getting well more than what you would ordinarily pay for. Okay, so anyway, today we are going to cover Thunder Hour. We are going to be seeing the Thunder Hour pool of Pokemon happen from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and then again from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Thunder Hour is going to include Zapdos, Raikou, Registeel, Rayquaza, Dialga, Therian Forme Thundurus, Zekrom, Xerneas, and Cobalion. So if you need one specific one of these, make sure to look down in the description or just below on the timeline bar for chapters so you can skip right to it. Otherwise, we are quickly going to go over the Hundos, the typings, whether or not it can be shiny, and what are the best attacker Pokemon to use to battle all of these raid bosses. So let's go. First up, we're going to do Zapdos, the electric type legendary bird from the Kanto region. So Zapdos is available in shiny form, even though the shiny form looks almost identical to the regular form. Look out for those talons. 2015 is going to be your CP for the Hundo in non-boosted conditions, with 2519 being the Hundo in windy or rainy weather. So Zapdos is both electric and flying type, making it weak to rock and ice. So you'll want to consider Pokemon like Rampardos and Rhyperior with rock type moves, and then Galarian Darmanitan, of course, with ice type moves, as well as Abomasnow or Mamoswine, two of the best ice type attackers in the game. And then you can also consider Terrakion with rock type moves. Next up, we've got Raikou. Raikou is also available in shiny form. 1972 is going to be your Hundo CP in non-boosted conditions, and 2466 will be your Hundo in rain. Now, Raikou is pure electric type, so it's going to be very weak to ground types. So consider Pokemon like Garchomp, Groudon, Rhyperior, Excadrill, Landorus, and even Crocodile. And of course, make sure that these Pokemon have ground type attacks on them. Don't go in with a Garchomp with dragon type moves, it's not gonna work. Next up, we've got Registeel. This is another one of the Pokemon that have been recently in the game, so we've all probably got a lot of it. However, it is available in its beautiful mint green shiny form. 1398 is going to be the non-boosted CP, while 1748 will be your Hundo in snowy conditions. So because Registeel is a steel type Pokemon, it's going to be weak to fire type Pokemon. You can also consider fighting or ground type, it'll also be weak to those. So this is where you're going to want to bring out your Chandelure with fire types, Moltres, and then Entei, Heatran, Blaziken, or Charizard. It goes without saying, with fire type attacks. Again, you can also consider fighting types like Lucario, Conkeldurr. Those are two of my favorite fighting type Pokemon. Next up, a fan favorite, Rayquaza, will be back in raids for this event. They are of course available in their shiny black form. 2191 is your non-boosted Hundo, and 2739 will be your Hundo in windy conditions. So Rayquaza is dragon and flying type, which makes it weak to ice, and it's going to be weakest to ice type attacks. You can also consider dragon, fairy, or rock type attacks, but your best Pokemon that you're going to want to use for this are going to be Mamoswine, Weavile, or Glaceon with ice type attacks. You can also use Dialga or Articuno or even Mewtwo as long as it has the move Ice Beam. Next up, Dialga. Just like I said in the previous video about Palkia, Dialga is not currently available in shiny form in the game, and I don't expect that this will be released in its shiny form during GoFest because of the new game release coming later in the year. That's where I think we're going to get the shiny in Pokemon Go. But anyway, 2307 is your non-boosted Hundo, and 2884 is your Hundo in windy or snowy conditions. So Dialga is steel and dragon, and it's going to be weak to fighting and ground type Pokemon. So you're going to want to bring out your strong fighting type Pokemon like Machamp, Hariyama, Breloom. You can use Lucario or Conkeldurr in there as well. But of course, also consider strong ground type Pokemon like Rhyperior, Groudon, and even Mamoswine with ground type attacks. Again, make sure that any of these Pokemon you're sending in have ground type moves, and then of course fighting with fighting. Next up, we've got the third in our Therian Forme trio. This one's going to be Thundurus. Again, recent addition into the game, so it's not currently available in shiny form. We'll have to wait and see if Niantic releases any new shiny forms for any of these legendary raid raid bosses. So 2091 is going to be your non-boosted Hundo, with 2614 being your Hundo in rain or wind. So Therian Thundurus is electric and flying type, which is going to make it weak to ice or rock. So consider Pokemon like Rampardos, Rhyperior with rock type moves, Galarian Darmanitan of course with ice type moves, and also consider a Mega Evolution in Mega Abomasnow. We don't know how long the duration of these Mega Evolutions are going to last during GoFest. We might be able to do multiple Mega Evolutions during the day. Just something to really consider going into GoFest in case the time is not reduced. We will only be able to pick one Mega Evolution, so make sure you choose wisely. However, I'm optimistic that Niantic is going to reduce that Mega Evolution time for the day. Next up, we've got Zekrom. It's been a while since we've seen Zekrom, so this is another exciting Pokemon coming back. Not released yet in shiny form. So 2307 is your non-boosted Hundo, with 2884 being the Hundo in rain or wind. So Zekrom is an electric and dragon type Pokemon, making it weak to strong dragon, ground, ice, or fairy types. So for this one, you're going to want to use Pokemon like Rayquaza, Salamence, Garchomp, Palkia, Dialga, Reshiram, or Dragonite for dragons. Then you can use Excadrill or Groudon with ground type moves, Mamoswine with ice type moves, and even Gardevoir, of course with fairy type moves. Next up, we've got Xerneas, another very new addition to Pokemon Go. So this one does not have a shiny release yet, and I don't expect a shiny release to come for Pokemon Go Fest. However, 2160 is going to be your non-boosted CP, while 2701 will be your Hundo in cloudy weather. So as you know, Xerneas is our very first fairy type legendary Pokemon in the game, and thus it is weak to steel and poison type. So this is a pretty unique legendary Pokemon during GoFest. It's our only fairy type. Luckily, we do see some overlap with steel, but as far as I'm considering, I don't think there's any other legendary Pokemon that are weak to poison. I could be wrong. If there is, it's very few. So for Xerneas, you're going to want to consider Pokemon like Metagross or Dialga, other strong steel type Pokemon. I know we've got a lot of other steel type Pokemon that are useful for some other legendaries, so if you're powering those up, make sure to also use them here with steel type attacks. You can also consider Roserade, except with poison type moves. We've had Roserade with grass type moves is also going to be pretty useful against a lot of other Pokemon during this event, so make sure that you also have a Roserade that's specific with poison type moves if you still need to go after Xerneas. And then finally, our last legendary raid boss counter guide for GoFest 2021 is going to be for Cobalion. So Cobalion is available in shiny form. 1727 is going to be its non-boosted CP, and 2159 will be your Hundo in snowy or cloudy weather. So Cobalion is a steel and fighting type Pokemon, which makes it weak to fighting, fire, or ground. So for this one, you might want to consider a Mega Charizard. I know that Mega Charizard is useful against a lot of other Pokemon, so if we do only get one Mega Evolution, Mega Charizard is probably a pretty good one. Also consider Pokemon like Reshiram with fire type moves, Lucario of course with fighting, or Conkeldurr with fighting, or regular Darmanitan with fire type moves, as well as Chandelure with fire, not ghost type moves, and finally Moltres, our flying chicken, with fire type moves. Alright trainers, so if you watched all 4 of these videos, hopefully you have a really good grasp on what you're going to need going into GoFest Day 2 for a legendary raid day. I really hope that you found this series of videos helpful. Hopefully all the information was correct, because holy cow, that was a lot of numbers to talk about. Hopefully they're all right. Anyway, if this was your first time on the channel and you're not already subscribed, if you want more Pokemon Go content, we do some other stuff too, like Sword and Shield, Snap, Animal Crossing. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you found any of this helpful, or let me know what legendary you're most excited for GoFest down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you very soon in whatever the next video is going to be. Hope you have an amazing day. Bye!